In 2013, self-employed IT consultant Aaron Brunet's creative approach to food won him Masterchef New Zealand. Aaron follows a totally plant-based, vegan diet and writes his plant-based food column for New Zealand Herald's Bite magazine. He's been described as one of a new breed of passionate foodies who've embraced eating for wellness and vitality as well as great taste. Kia ora, Aaron. No,
hey.
mai. Wonderful to see you again. Oh, sorry, we're doing the European thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Kia ora. Lovely to see you. And I love that idea that you're talking about how kai can lead us to wellness. So it's a really healthy mindset, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think food has a really big impact on health, and it's something that if you can make food delicious, that it's something you're going to choose to eat all the time, then that's an easy thing to do.
E rika rika anau kia ki te haha watau e mahi te rane, so I can't wait to see what we are making.
So it's going to be a plant-based Kiwi Vege Curry, and it's using really affordable ingredients like carrot and potato, silver beet, celery, onion. So the dessert, I've called it Angel and Devil dessert, and it's one of those things, if you serve it to people, they'll think you're serving them a really devilish treat, but it's actually angelic ingredients.
So what do we need to get into first?
If you could peel the carrot, Stacey, I'll go and wash the potatoes up, and I like to cut these into sort of decent, kind of bite-sized pieces like that. And with this, what we'll do is we'll just have enough water to just cover the potato and carrot so that we can use all of that liquid in the curry.
Okay, what else do we need to do?
Okay, so next thing we want to get an onion chopped up, and I'm going to put a bit of oil in the pan to start the onions with. The peanut oil's got just quite a nice nutty taste, and I quite like the idea of peanuts. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons in there, and I'll just sort of break those up into the pan there.
Good.
Now, most of the spices we're going to put all together, but what I do like to do is put the mustard seeds in at the start, because they sort of pop in the oil and it brings the flavour out of them more. So I guess what makes a curry is the spices, eh? So we've got 2 teaspoons of curry powder, and then we've got 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and then 2 teaspoons of whole coriander seed. We've got 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, which is beautiful smoky smell.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And then 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder too. You grab that and give it a good old whiz around.
A good old whiz down and whiz.
And then really we're just breaking them up a little bit so that the seeds release more of their flavour. Well, that smells awesome.
Yeah, looking
good. So, yeah, we can actually pop those on the onion now.
Okay.
So give them a little bit of time on the heat as well. So I've turned it down really low, so we'll just let the heat get onto those spices. And I'll probably just do half a broccoli. Like, I was often thinking of it like what's left at the back of the fridge, you know, so you might have half a broccoli and just chuck it in the curry, so...
Taua kōrero anō, and the same thing, we're sort of doing bite-sized chunks, are we?
Yeah, I think so. So let's pop these things all onto in there. What we're going to do is put a splash of water on that. This gets a little bit of steam going to help the veggies. We're not too far away from the potatoes and carrots being cooked. All the liquid from there will go in, but we're also going to put a tin of tomatoes and also the liquid out of the chickpeas. So we can just chuck all those straight on.
Chucking.
And that liquid's awesome, eh? That's full of flavour, like the flavour in the liquid in the potatoes. Tomato, yep.
Hey, it's starting to look lovely too. Nice combo of flavours and colours.
Probably normally use about a teaspoon of salt. So let's see how those potatoes are going.
It's looking tasty. I'm getting excited.
Cool.
Pai haere, get in there?
They're done, yep. So we'll just see how much fits in the pot, and yeah, that looks like it's got enough liquid. It's going to absorb in a bit more as well. Should we put a bit of chilli in too, do you think? Do you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like chilli? Cool.
Meka ka tika, hirika ka. So we've got a little bit of heat.
Maybe about like half a teaspoon. So we'll turn that right down, and you can see already the turmeric is making the potatoes go yellow. Be cool. We'll just pop that on top there. Perfect fit. Sweet as.
We have a lid.
So we're just going to simmer that for about like 10-15 minutes to get the broccoli sort of tender.
Nā reira, ka tae ana ki te wā, so when we're ready, and like you say, this is so easy, so perfect for a midweek meal, how are you going to serve it up?
I'm just going to get one of my favourite pottery bowls here. I'm going to put a bit of brown rice on there, a bit of curry on the side, and the bowl is good because the juices of the curry kind of stay in there and soak into the rice. Nice
and easy, and it looks delicious, so I better just check on the taste.
Great, awesome.
Grab a bit of everything. So the experience starts before you even start eating because it's got this amazing aroma that gets bigger and bigger as it comes towards your mouth. It's really delicious and so easy to do.
Awesome.
Nā reira, te mutunga, O te rā, muri, te mahi, so after work meal, this is such a good go-to. We're even going to get a treat, aren't we?
Yes, I can't wait to make the dessert. That's an absolute 10 out of 10 to me, that dessert. But a handful of frozen bananas, and it's got coconut cream for richness, and it's got 4 big teaspoons of cocoa powder, some vanilla essence, and then just to make it really adult and devilish, a little bit of whiskey, which just sort of carries on what the vanilla essence started with, that sort of rich, taste. So,
How taku mahi tuatahi? What's the first thing we do?
okay, probably first of all we should get our glasses in the freezer. It just helps when you put the dessert in, it doesn't melt too much. What I like to do is get bananas, so these ones are still really good to eat, but you know when they go a bit speckly and brown, and perhaps you don't really want to eat them anymore, that's the perfect time to freeze them because they're really sweet. So I just peel them, break them up into pieces, like that, chuck them into a container. So I just pop those in the freezer like that. And luckily I've got some I prepared earlier. So we're ready to go.
Ka pai e hoa. Engari, aha kua pēhea, no matter what, you have to start with frozen bananas.
Yeah, it has to be frozen, yeah.
He mea anō hei tuku ki te poaka mātau? Do we have to put anything else in the fridge?
It's good to have the coconut cream in the fridge. I've actually got one in there, so that's cool. When it's cold, it just means the whole thing stays cold and like a nice firm texture.
He hanga kai whakauru, so what are the ingredients and do they all just go in your blender?
Yeah, they all just go in the blender. So I normally put like a handful of bananas, probably about 2 bananas worth. About half a cup of coconut cream. You could actually do more or less coconut cream depending on taste. And then it's about 4 big teaspoons of cocoa, but you can do more as well if you want. I often do a pinch of salt or a teaspoon of miso, and then some vanilla essence. That's a splash of whiskey. That's the devilish part. A couple of teaspoons, but you can leave it out if you don't want to sort of give it to the kids.
Okay. Hara te mea me whai o hashi mātou katoa. We don't all need chopsticks, do we?
No, because normally they come like this, and they've got the little tabs on there, so you press it and it goes.
Engari ki te ngaronga niho, but if those teeth go...
If they break off, rather than chucking it out, you can use it again like this, just by... It's the front and the left one that you have to poke into, so...
Tino koe e hoa.
This is how we do it. Cool, done.
Is there a certain trick when it comes to serving it up?
I just like to put it in the cold glasses and then a touch of maple syrup on top and maybe a touch of either cocoa nibs or cocoa powder just to make it look pretty.
Okay, wow. Ko koe te anahira, you are the angel in this picture, I think. You put the angel and the angel devil.
So you're the devil? Okay,
yeah,
well, let's go for it. Cheers.
Kia ora. Like that little crunch on the top. Mmm. That is so delicious. Hei hara te mea he taumaha meki. It's not heavy and it hasn't got that sort of hard taste of sugar because there's no actual sugar in there, is there?
So to me, if you can have food like this, going plant-based vegan doesn't seem like any kind of chore. It's just actually like, it's just a pleasure, really. So.
Koia kei a koe hoa. That's why you still got the master and the Masterchef.
Oh, thank you.
Engari mauri o mai ki te kāinga, but you brought all those skills here, so thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Lovely to cook with you. Thanks.